Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. Today we will learn about the active and passive voice in English, as well as materials. Please open your books on page 52 and 53. Present simple, passive voice. English has two voices, active and passive. The active voice is used when the subject of the sentence does the action. The passive voice is used when we focus on the object of the sentence. Now we will learn about the present simple passive voice. Present simple passive is used to talk about some actions that are performed in the present or repeatedly happens, simple statements of fact or universal truth. We can see the examples here. How to form the passive voice using the present simple tense is the verb be plus past participle. In the present simple, the passive is am, is, are. So the verb be should be used in the form as am, is, are, plus past participle and the third form of the verb. As we all know, it takes the ending s. For example, we see an example here. My mom sings that song. This is an active voice. We see the subject, my mom, who sings songs. The passive voice is like this. That song is sung by my mom. So as we can see, now the object is at the end of the sentence and we're using the word by to refer to the agent. When it is important to know who does the action, we use by. So whenever we want to know the agent of the sentence, we use by. Remember that in passive voice we have the agent, and active voice we have the subject. Here's the subject, my mom sings that song. Here's the agent, that song is sung by my mom. So my mom in this case is the agent. Now let's continue with the passive voice again, but with another tense, is the past simple. The past simple passive is formed by using was or were plus the past participle. The passive is used when the person or thing that did the action is unknown, unimportant, and not the focus of our interest. We use by with the passive if we want to identify who or what did the action. Your answer has been saved. So we can see here two examples of active and passive voice in past simple. The teacher corrected the mistake. In this case, the teacher is the subject, so we are dealing with the active voice here. The mistakes were corrected by the teacher. In the second sentence, we see that the sentence is in a passive voice. The subject still is the teacher, but we don't refer it as the subject rather than the agent. So the agent is the teacher who corrected the mistakes. Remember, we always use the word by to refer to the agent. Now, if you can see here a text, it's a conversation taken from the book, and you have some words in red. If you analyze these words in red, you'll know that in these cases, there is a passive voice. It's run by my aunt. What are they made of? They're made in. Were produced in the 60s. Things aren't designed to last. Are the things on sale here checked before they're sold? They're all tested by an electrician. This one was tested last week. So all of these sentences or phrases that I've mentioned are in the passive voice because they don't use a subject, they use an agent in the sentence. Now let's go with the other part of today's lesson. It's about materials. Have you ever thought about the things that you wear and the things that you use? What kind of materials do they have? We have a table here which focuses on words that deal with materials. The first is cardboard. Then we have denim, cotton, fur, glass, gold, leather, metal, paper, plastic, rubber, silk, silver, soil, wood. Think of yourself, what are you wearing at the moment and what are you using at this right moment? And think what kind of materials do they contain? Are you wearing jeans? If you're wearing jeans, then you are having a material that is called denim. If you have a notebook next to you, then you're using the material called paper. And we have other materials here. I suggest you to think about the things around you and the things that you're wearing and talk to your friends or your family members. What kind of materials do they contain? Next, we're going to have a certain type of exercise. There's a picture in here which I need you to analyze and think about the materials that you can find here. Do you see any cardboard? I'd say there's a box with cardboard. Or do you see any wool or woods, plastic, cotton, fur? Think about the materials and try to find one of them or more than one. And now we're moving to the other part of the exercises. Rewrite the sentences in the past simple passive. So we're going to provide you with some sentences that are in the active voice. You will try to change them into the passive voice. The first is, they sent the first man into space in 1961. So how would you change this sentence and make it and write it into the passive voice? Okay, it's the first man was sent into space in 1961. Next one, they built the pyramids thousands of years ago. I think you did it now. The pyramids were built thousands of years ago. Next one, they held the first Olympic Games in Greece. How would you make this sentence into the passive voice? The first Olympic Games were held in Greece. If you analyze the passive voice sentences, you'll see that the word by is missing. Why didn't we use by in this case? Because it was needless to say that they did it. For example, they held the first Olympic Games in Greece. If we change it into the passive voice, the first Olympic Games were held in Greece. By them, it's needless to say, because we don't know who are they and they don't matter, because there's no fact and there's no detail or information that would be interesting or important to us. Let's go with the next exercises. You have to write sentences from the prompts in the present simple passive. So we're giving you the prompts. These are the words that you can use to create a sentence in the present simple passive voice. Portuguese speak Brazil. Portuguese is spoken in Brazil. Next, we have koala bears found Australia. Try to make a sentence in the passive voice, using the present simple, of course. Koala bears are found in Australia. Next one, silk produce Thailand. Silk is produced in Thailand. Homework. Please complete pages 40 and 41 on your workbook. This was all for today. Thank you for your attention. We will meet next time with the next lesson.